Brother in Christ Weston, thanks for joining me today. Today's article comes out of End Times Headlines. Let's get into it. Okay, this stuff is super important because somebody needs to step up, and I'm happy to see Bongino, Dan, say something because we're not stupid. And Pam, I said that Pam, Cash, Dan, and Trump, they got to go, bro. If you can't release this information, then you got to go. Like you got to go. Like you are not only disgusting, but you're a part of a bigger issue of a problem. Protecting people, protecting your self interests, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. The only outlook I could see is that you are trying to leverage this information against people, but that still doesn't put them behind bars and bring justice. So it doesn't matter. So let's read. It says here, Bongino considers resignation over Epstein files. Now this is alleged. Okay, so we're just gonna read read a little bit here, see what it says. Move my camera just a little bit so I can see the words. It says conservative commentator Dan Bongino has indicated that he might step down from his role amid the release of the new documents related to Jeffrey Epstein. Pause. Now he did say he went. Remember when him and Kash were doing an interview? I forgot what news network it was, but they said that that Epstein had killed himself, and uh, I forgot what other information there may have been, but it implied that they looked like a gun was being held to them. No joke. Like you could see it in their eyes that it looked like they were just body language alone lying. Like it just clearly looked like they were lying. Like they had to, even if he did, that they were trying to start the trail of leading people off of believing there's even a client list. That doesn't make any sense. The fact that this is literally so bad. It it's beyond bad because this is the dark being brought into the light, and you can't fool people anymore about stuff like this. You can't do it. Say FBI, CIA, Secret Service, whatever you want to call them, whoever, whatever acronym there are. We're not dumb. We're not dumb. For sure, we're not dumb. You can hide as much as you want, and we're still not dumb. They're not conspiracy theories. They're literally things will be covered up. Things, information, or evidence can be planted. All this stuff can happen. So, hearing that, I hope Cash says something because this is serious and Trump needs to say something and they need to tell us why they are lying. Why they are lying. Like, ultimately, it's Trump's fault. Ultimately, it will be Trump's fault. As somebody who thinks Trump is dope, it is Trump's fault. He's the president. So, let's keep moving. According to reports, Bongino expressed frustrations over the contents of these files, which have stirred significant political debate. The documents unsealed recently contain names of various high-profile individuals connected to Epstein's activities. Prince Andrew, or Prince Harry, or whoever. It's Andrew. I think it's Andrew. Um, Billy Clint. Dude, there's probably so many people. Bongino, known for his work as a radio host and former Secret Service agent, I remember this obviously before he stepped into office or stepped into this role, shared his thoughts on his podcast. If this is what our country has come to, I don't know if I can continue. Bongino stated on a recent episode, I haven't watched it, didn't even know he was still actually doing episodes. I thought he wouldn't be able to do that since he's, deputy director. If this is what our country has come to, okay, yeah, his comments have sparked discussion amongst his followers. Epstein files have been a point of contention since their initial release, revealing associations that span politics, entertainment, and business. That's right. Some people said that they think that Epstein was an intelligence operative. To what degree of intelligence do you have to do to sex traffic people and to sell them out in literally like this is an operation where this is immoral, unethical, demonic, disgusting, vile, pit of hell kind of stuff. Um, As reported by CNN, Bongino's potential resignation highlights the ongoing impact of these revelations on public figures. Bongino has been vocal about the conspiracy theories and government transparency in the past. Latest development adds the scrutiny surrounding those mentioned in the document. Political analysts suggest that Bongino's stance could influence conservative media landscapes. Files include transcripts, records of Epstein's 2006 Florida case, among others. Several politicians have already distanced themselves from any Epstein connections. Absolutely, bro. If you thought you were going to get away with it, you are not. And you will be caught out. You will be found out. Some whistleblower, something's going to show up for sure. You're going to get caught and it's going to blow up in everybody's face. It is absolutely demonic, satanic, bro. Full on occult type stuff. Um, It says several politics, blah, blah, blah. Bongino's podcast, which reaches millions, often delves into topics like government overreach and elite corruption. Epstein saga is a symptom of deeper issues in our society, Bongino remarked in a follow up statement. His audience reacted with a mix of support and calls for more details, and absolutely, because I would be pissed off at Bongino as well because it feels like he is betraying his base, the people that the thing that he says he subscribes to is truth, and what are you doing? Um, but you don't ever know because people know about this. They're like, hey, if you say something, you're white. I'm gonna unalive your whole family. Like, whoa. See what I'm saying? Okay, so let's keep moving. It says here, the release of the follows the stem the court order defamation lawsuit. Epstein associate Ghislaine Maxwell. Maxwell was convicted in 2021 on charges of related sex trafficking. Epstein himself died in 2019 awaiting trial, officially ruled a suicide. Conspiracies about his death continue to circulate in various circles. Bongino has previously questioned the official narrative surrounding Epstein's demise. The potential resignation could mark a shift in a career trajectory. He has built a brand around unfiltered commentary. He's going to be just fine, but he'll skyrocket if he comes out and says the truth, like beyond anyone, guaranteed, bigger than Trump, because Trump did not say something. And you saw that? Yeah, I saw the video where he said, "Are we still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?" When they just released it because Pam was about to answer. He's like, I was like, yeah, like, bro, you like what a poor cover up take. Like almost looked like it was scripted for him to say that and to like have a word for him to say like, no, bro, you effed up hardcore. Like this is bad. This is like Democrat level having Biden in the office with literal prostate cancer and not him getting the help he needs to get, and then coming after the fact that it's like, yo, he's probably had this aggressive cancer for years. There's no way it just showed up immediately. No way. And they kept him in office, bro, kind of situation. Worse than that, even though that is absolutely vile and terrible. Um, what is it? The potential resignation can mark a shift. Experts note that such moves by media personalities can affect public discourse. Documents name the individuals like President Clinton, Britain's Prince Andrew, though no new charges have been filed again based on them. It's disgusting, by the way. Um, Bongino's frustration appears tied to what he perceives as inadequate accountability. We need real justice, not just names on a list. Absolutely, we need the names and justice. Supporters argue that the possible exit underscores the gravity of the situation. Critics, however, view it as an overreaction to unproven allegations. Broader implication of politics remain unclear as more files will be released. May be released. That's bull. There's nothing, right? There's no more files. There's no more. There's files. If you actually send us files, you would send us files that actually show the videos or show people being on there. Nobody wants to see child stuff. Nobody wants to see that, but we would see people. We would actually see physical people on these videos doing said stuff. And you'd be like, that's a client. That's a client. Jail, jail. Like death sentences at some point. Like no joke. Like no joke. That's how bad it is. Um, Critics are overreaction. Legal teams are reviewing the documents for potential further actions. Legal teams, you are implicit as well. Bongino has not set a timeline for his decision. He shows continues to air, draws larger crowds. Story reflects ongoing interest in Epstein's network and his ties to power. Wow, this dude is dead and still holding people like by their toes. That like literally their whole lives. Um, the media landscape may see changes if Bongino follows through. Discussions on transparency and elite influence are likely to persist. Bongino's platform has amplified voices calling for investigations. Time to clean house, he emphasized in a recent clip. Observers will watch closely for his next move. Epstein files continue to unravel layers of controversy. Their release has prompted renewed calls for justice for victims' advocates. Right. That what was it? Gouffre, that girl, that woman that was abused for many years and said that she was not a person who would like to unalive herself. And then what happened? She died by supposedly unaliving herself. Every single time, bro. It's always that. It's always that. It's always the person. It's always that person who's like, I can't do it. Nope. That's a lie, bro. Um, Bongino's potential resignation adds a personal dimension to the narrative. Because if he does that, that means that they're implicit, that literally they are lying because he's like, I know, I've seen it. There's stuff on here. It's like, okay, even if Epstein did it, let's just say, brother, I just don't believe for a heartbeat. I don't, because I can't believe that you would even say there's no client. So how can I even believe that? what? Like, saying no clients is worse than saying that he unalived himself. That's worse. Like, what? They're just imaginary people, ghosts that you sold, that you gave children to, these women to, or whatever. Elites, just lack of better words, doing adulterous things with the air. Not children. No, there's no clients. There's none. There's none. This didn't even happen, actually. It's just Casper the Friendly Ghost, the ghost. Literally, like, that's what is happening, bro. You I don't get it. I don't get it. As details emerge, the political ramifications could extend further. Development underscores the enduring impact of Epstein case on American discourse. It's disgusting, bro. Absolutely disgusting. And I'm still pissed off about um, just about the administration. I expected far better than this. It completely undermines. Well, this will completely undermine his entire presidency for sure, because of the playing into the lie, and then what, acting like you didn't know, and the people that are there, Bongino, Cash, Pam, all that, who have been saying it, and literally showed you a video yesterday of Trump saying the exact same thing. How could you do it, bro? It's disgusting. Not happy. Not happy, man. Anyways, that's the video, guys. If you like the video, be sure to like the video. If you want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Pray. Well, I don't need to pray that darkness will see light, because it's what scripture says. It's going to happen, and it's gonna be a bad day for people. Bad day. See you in the next one.